On today's show, we're going to be talking about lots of Atari 2600 games coming for the Atari VCS, a roguelike game for the Atari 7800, Atari games on sale on Amazon, and a little bit more. All coming up right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rock and Gamer, episode number 77 of the Weekend Report. And here we are at the beginning of spring. Finally, the sun's out. It's not snowing or raining. Anyway, we got some news here to talk about, and we'll go through that. And let's start. Well, there's nothing else to do. Okay, K.R.A.Z Productions is in partnership with Kiki 2600, and they're coming out with a bunch of games, which is really cool and aggressive, for the Atari VCS. So here's the list of them. Ninja Hashiru is being released on Monday. Meow 1 on Tuesday. Stellar Drive Mars Wednesday. That sounds cool. Meow 2, the sequel, is on Thursday. Jutland Skies is on Friday, and Galactic Intrusions on Saturday. A game a day. That's really cool, and I'm really proud of K.R.A.Z for producing all these games and putting them on the Atari VCS. Buddy, you're doing an awesome job. This is amazing, and people should recognize K.R.A.Z for all the work that he's doing. It's really important. We all, think, oh, the VCS is going to die, blah, blah, blah. But if us as fans don't give up, we can get lots of cool stuff coming down and prove to everybody that, you know what, the Atari VCS is a viable system. Plain and simple. Okay, also, there's another Atari 2600 game, which is in a working progress for the Atari 2600, which is called Star ND, which looks like a space battle game, which looks pretty cool. Also, the it's called Rogue 7800, which is another roguelike game in progress for the Atari 7800, which again is a top-down dungeon crawler and looks very cool. Also, Jeff Minter's story at Digital Eclipse, Tempest 4000 and Aka-R are currently all on sale until the 14th, which is tomorrow. And that's about it. Oh, hey, one extra little thing here. Let's see, where's that info that I had? Oh, Polymega has a new system update, and it adds support for future hardware. So everybody can guess it's going to be the light gun. But what about the Atari expansion unit? It's fun speculating, isn't it? Anyways, I hope that comes true, but keep your eyes out for that. Let's see what happens. Because if Polymega does come out with it and it does what it's supposed to do, or it's something that we're not really expecting and it might be good, so let's check it out. Also, there's a whole bunch of Atari carts on Amazon on sale. So if you're looking for a deal to get a brand new cartridge, by all means, go to Amazon, check it out, and see what they do. And usually the good thing about it is whenever Amazon US has sales on, they have it in Canada, and I'm assuming the rest of the world. So hopefully you can find something that you like at a deal, and we'll go from there. Anything else? No, that's it, folks. That's it for the news. I mean, it's becoming, springtime, summertime, usually a quiet period for video games, but I'll be always here to report whatever comes out. So the news reports may be a little bit smaller, but what the hell, right? What the hell? And let's see. Oh, it's time for Retro Rewind right now. Okay, it's time for that time. Retro Rewind. Okay, folks. We all share these memories. It's awesome. It's fun to remember and go back and think about all the cool things that you did. Now, I remember having my own money, right? Either from gifts or I don't know if I was working then or not. But anyway, the point is, it was a blast being young and having some money and, wanting to play a new game for your Atari 2600. So I'm going to talk about these two games. One was the biggest mistake that I ever made, and the second one was the best game I ever bought. Now, back then there was no internet. Wasn't any really reviews. I mean, there were magazines out there, but they came out once a month, so they weren't up to date with what was coming up all the time. So it was hard to gauge what was good and wasn't bad. And all you had, realistically, was the little catalogs that came with the games, right? Atari has some really cool catalogs with some great art on it. And also Activision had some great great little catalogs that you can look at what games you wanted to play. So the first one, and I'm going to go, the first one I kind of sort of looking through the catalogs and kind of went, wow, this is great. I should get this. Was, what the hell was it called? It just slipped my mind. Oh, come on. Jesus. Ah, I can't remember. Shit. It was, a little airplane, and remember, those sort of airplane races that they have to go around those big pillars and stuff like that. Shit, I can't remember for the life of me. If you remember, please put it on the comments so everybody knows. I hate this early in the morning, and my brain goes. So the whole idea was you had a little airplane, you had to go around these things and avoid a balloon, and that was it. And it was a race from beginning to end. But when you're there by yourself playing and nobody to compete with, it gets boring trying to beat your own high score. So, and the game it's cool, but it isn't all that exciting after a while. Oh, I wish I can remember what it was. And I don't feel like stopping the recording and looking it up and blah blah blah. Anyway, so that game just didn't spell anything out for me. It was just I don't know. I don't want to say I hated it, but it just wasn't good. But the next game I went out and bought, and I don't think I looked at the catalog at this. I just looked at the box, and it was the Atari game Vanguard. Okay, the art on the front of it was excellent. On the back, where they had the screenshot, was enticing. And honestly, I never played the arcade version, so this was all brand new to me. And man, what a great freaking purchase that was. That was the best purchase. I loved that game. After a couple of weeks of just pounding on it, get to the end, beat the boss, it was just awesome game. Loved every little second of it. Atari made a wonderful job of it. And they included the music and everything. That Flash Gordon music, which was iconic, right? When you hit the energy and you can just ram into people. That was amazing. So that was the best purchase I ever did on my own. And that's it, folks. That's all I have for today. This is Dadisajoke, and we'll talk to you later. Take care, everybody. Bye now.